Hey folks, I'm back, 8:01 in the morning, and I am back from yesterday. It's like I don't leave. I could not wait to get here this morning. 706-889-9700, and there are the social media ways you could follow this. Now, I found my coffee cup for those of you regular viewers. It was right. Destiny put it in the microwave. That's a joke. But, actually, I have a habit of pouring a cup of coffee, putting in the microwave, and walking away. So after accusing everybody of stealing my cup, and I did, that's the way I am around here, they'll tell you, and I know I had it, and I know you wanted my cup, and I know you took my cup. After all that took place, I found it in the microwave. So they're always playing those kind of tricks on me around here. That's a joke. So, that being said, so yesterday was a long day, folks. I had a lot to do. So next thing I know, I get home, I'm gone. I don't even know what time it is, all right? So, I do the recliner thing, and next thing I know, I'm sound asleep. And then I wake up and I say, oh my God, I'm not watching the Democrats. There's a debate tonight and I'm not watching it. And then I thought, oh, well, nobody else is watching it. Okay, saved by that. But anyhow, I said, no, I'll just go on to bed. I got to tell you my whole damn life, all right? I said, I'll just go on to bed, right? And I'll get up in the morning. So I got up at 3 a.m. to watch the debate. Am I crazy or what? So I set the alarm. I said, I'm going to bed. I fell asleep in the chair. I'm not getting up and friggin' watching these damn Democrats. Because I always get up out of sorts. You figure that, huh? So I get up, I'm out of sorts. I said, no, I'm not going to start watching damn Democrats at this, now when I don't feel up to it. So I went to bed, got up at 3 a.m., watched Democrats, watched CNN, watched MSNBC, and I produced a show, The Freedom Zone. I produced it this morning. I was the producer on that show with Candace. It'll be on at 10 o'clock. And then I got ready for this show, and damn it, I'm here, and it's 8:03. So there's no damn reason why you can't get your sorry ass up and go to work. I probably shouldn't have said that. I just, look, man, lived in a house where every once in a while we were told to get our sorry asses out of the bed. Didn't care how cold it was. Lived in a house where it said, I don't care how high the snow is, get your sorry ass out, shovel your driveway, and get to work. I'm in a great mood. Oh, what? Sondland yesterday? Really? That you're going to say, right, Sondland? And then you're going to say, well, I think BKP, you might have had this a little wrong because you said they were a little wrong. Is there wrong? Is there such thing as a little? You're either wrong or right. Okay, let me rephrase. You may have been a little off the mark. Okay. Because you said they were painting the picture that all of these bureaucrats that were coming forward were so credible, trustworthy, that by the time they got to Sondland, he would be the biggest liar in the world, and then David Holmes would come in and back clean up, and he would correct Sondland, and the hero status would be back. This is true. Now, for those of you that want to judge me, let me explain. I can explain. Officer, I can explain. If you go back and watch every single thing from day one, not all 90-some hours of testimony, we don't care about that, okay? But if you watch everything the media did to paint this, now I won't spend a lot of time because I did. Let's just go 6 weeks ago, then 4 weeks ago, they told you 4 or 5. They said they were going to frame this to where the American people could understand it. And I have the shows where I told you that, it's going to be, impeachment for dummies. And they publicly came out and said they were going to put this together where the American people could understand it. Then about 3 weeks ago, they come out on TV and they sent all the people out on the morning shows, afternoon shows, loony bin shows, cartoons, night shows. All right. I just got a text from somebody telling me their sorry ass was on the way to work. Ooh, I have to be careful. So anyhow, all right. So anyhow, I told you it was about 3 weeks ago they started painting. They said they were going to paint the picture for the American people. Then the DCCC, that's in big fear. We talked about that. They're in big fear of losing the House. I am, for one, have high hopes. I have high hopes, all right, that we're going to take back the House, all right? Now, some people are pessimistic. If you don't think we're going to take back the House, why is Trump ahead in Wisconsin in polling? We'll talk about that in a minute, right? A new poll came out. All the polls that come out that show, the boy that would be king, Pete Buttigieg, and blathering, can't finish a sentence, Biden, where am I really at? Trying to get my thought process going. Just we're going to handle the Me Too movement by just punching and punching and punching at it. Woo, really? That's what you said last night? And Elizabeth Warren's going to take over everything. I know I'm getting sidetracked, but let me just. The debate was I tell you what, when I say things like I got to give her credit, we're going to go over it today. But Elizabeth Warren is tearing off the damn Band-Aid and going for it. She's going to move so many millions. I got it written down. I took the notes straight over on day one to Medicare for all. She's going to move Medicare down to 50. Now, I'm just saying that could interest a guy like me. Not that I'm 50. She's going to do that. She's going to take your kids right from birth. As soon as they get in the nursery and you get to hug them and squeeze them and name them, she's going to whisk them right away to fully government paid daycare. I was like, woo. So what the hell am I talking about anyway? All right. So I told you a couple weeks ago they were going to they were going to take a brush, and the DCCC did. They did polling data in districts that make them nervous that could flip back to Republican, and bribery was working much better than quid pro quo. That was the word that was going. So now you are going to have impeachment. You're going to have articles of impeachment claiming that President Trump tried to bribe Ukraine with this quid pro quo in military funding. So we had that. Now you're going to say, well, you painted Sondland. No, I watched every minute of it. Just let me say this, not a testimony, but I watched every minute of this news cycle, and I studied it to get them. They were ready yesterday. If Sondland showed up and played pro-Trump for 4 hours, the media, the deep state, corporate, corrupt media is what I call them, all right? They were ready to paint Sondland as the most corrupt, or not most corrupt, a liar, nothing but a liar. He can't remember this, he can't remember that, okay? But they didn't have to, so they were able to hold that card. Now, we're going to play a couple videos, okay? And Destiny, I'm going to tell you, because these are the videos. Here's a couple things we're going to go over this morning, all right? Now, when we get into Ukraine, all right, I can't pronounce all the names. I can read the articles, but I can't pronounce the names. Let me be straight up. Now, give me number 6, because I want to talk to you about something. When I say there's something bad wrong, I think we're something bad wrong to the scary level. Because if you understand one thing, and the American people are picking up Ukraine's corrupt. So I don't know what Schiff is trying to. Accomplish here. I understand you're saying, oh, he wants to impeach the president. No, I get it. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish here in the fact that is he not realizing the American people are learning how corrupt Ukraine is. All right? They're learning that. Now, many don't know that the bloodshed, okay? Let me just say this and try to wrap it up pretty quick, but I get involved in this in a way. American people are now, there's an upside to the impeachment. okay? I've said this through Kavanaugh, right? I said this through Robert Mueller, okay? I said this all along. I will say one thing about what's taking place with all of this horse crap is there's a lot we are learning, including your host. There's a lot that's coming to surface because I'm going to respect you, the viewer, this morning and say, you're doing what I'm doing and you're going and doing your research and you're compartmentalizing. Did I say that correctly? Because if I did, it's going to be a good day. I couldn't do it twice. But you're putting over here, hey, this is a little too rough to believe, conspiracy theory, you know. Epstein was whisked away in the night and he's living over in Jerusalem and, you know, he's wearing sandals and smoking Turkish cigarettes, whatever, you know. Oh, damn, what a video there, right? And then you're putting things into compartments and trying to create or figure it out for yourself. I love it because that's what I'm doing, right? So we're learning a lot here. And the American people are saying, wow, Ukraine is a corrupt place. And the scariest thing is there's two sides, right? There is our elected officials that are actually, you know, it's scary spending our tax money sitting up there on TV talking about holding back aid to Ukraine and not acknowledging the other side going into Ukraine and saying, why are we not looking at that? Because the American people know this, that Barack Hussein Obama, and I'm not going to make fun of the president, but his foreign policy, his State Department, his diplomatic channels in Ukraine were just this. Okay, I'll tell you what. If you don't set up these weapon systems to protect yourself, if we don't set you up anti ballistic missile or Patriot missile or the Shield or whatever, just research it and look. If we don't come in with a bunch of military and you don't set up a bunch of military deterrence from the Russians, okay, we will protect you. Okay? European Union, the United States of America, Angela Merkel, the Germans, well, that's European Union. We got you back. Just don't provoke the Russians with all this military stuff. Look it up for yourself. Don't trust me on this. I'm telling you, look it up. And Barack said, we got it. We'll take care of you, okay? Next thing you know, Vladimir Putin says, hey, I like that. Because I know that Obama is not going to send troops to Ukraine and start a war with Russia. So we're going to roll right into Crimea. Now take a minute today and look at Crimea and see where it's at geographically on the map. And if I'm right, I'm doing this from looking at the camera, not a damn thing over here, okay? If I'm right, look at oil distribution through that channel there and see if that area of Ukraine has a port. I don't know, maybe it does. And see if that's a nice waterway. Because that usually, in the world, the big world we live in, okay, round or flat, whatever it may be for you, the ports of entry where oil and goods come and go seem to be the battle areas in the world. Just check it out. So Russia rolls in, they run over to Ukrainians. I'm not saying it jokingly. They just roll right in, okay? They're killing you. Obama's president of the United States are killing Ukrainians, and the Ukraine saying, we need help, and Obama sent blankets. We'll keep the damn people warm. We'll send you a couple. Look at it. Look at it for a fact. The actual administration that sent weapons to Ukraine to set up defense and deterrence from Russians moving further in is the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. Now, the American people, now forget Sondland for a minute, okay? Forget that testimony just for a minute. The American people are picking up that Ukraine is corrupt. They are. And they're starting to scratch their head and say, if they're this corrupt, because Kent, and let me say this, Kent, okay, testified, Bill Taylor testified. Sondland testified. All right. Every bureaucrat that came through there, lifelong government employee that came through there, has testified, okay, has testified how corrupt Ukraine is. Every one of them. How corrupt. And the need to, and the President of the United States is actually bound by law not to send our tax money into corrupt countries. So Donald Trump wants to clean up the corruption, and he wants to know what Hunter Biden and Joe's got to do with it. Because they do, and the American people are sitting back and saying, okay, it is confirmed, whether you like it or not, that Ukraine is very corrupt. So here, we're scratching our head out here. Why was Hunter even there? Why was he even there? Just the appearance didn't look good. Because remember Kent, if you go back in his testimony, the guy with the bow tie, went and knocked on the administration's door from the vice president's level and said, it just doesn't look good. Now, that's not a quote, but you look it up. Hunter Biden's on the board of this Burisma. We get some Burisma is bad eggs. There are bad eggs in this basket, and it's not looking good, and it could look very bad for the administration. You think you want to talk about that? Right? Even Yovanovitch, right, the former ambassador that got pulled out, right, when she went through confirmation, remember? You're not hearing this on the news. When she went through confirmation to be the ambassador of Ukraine in the Obama administration, when they were doing the prep work, they prepped her for questions on Hunter Biden, Burisma, and Ukraine to answer them. Do you know, here it is, I got this is Henry Rogers. Do you know, I think he's the Daily Caller, from the Daily Caller. House Intelligence Committee ranking member Devin Nunes and Jim Jordan sent a letter to Adam Schiff asking Hunter Biden and the whistleblower, Eric Charmella, okay, to be subpoenaed to appear before the committee. Read more here on the Daily Caller. Well, I read that. I did that. I read more here. The letter, I read the letter this morning, about 4:30, read the letter. So how can you have this crime? You remember now, Schiff is trying to solve a crime. Now, the CNN and the MSNBC, and they're going through emotions. And they're going through Sondland's testimony. And they are cheering that he said, oh, we always knew from Rudy, you know, it's you give me this and I'll give you that. And you're going to do this and I'm going to do that, whatever. But right, they're going through that. This is a impeachment inquiry or inquiry, whatever you want to say, to solve a crime, while they're claiming a crime has taken place. They are. Are you aware? Now, I'm going to go through this right here. Now, look at this guy right here, number 3. I'm not going to try to pull his name off right now, okay? The head of Burisma. Do you think you can find him? See if you can find him. How about this? Now, Ukraine MP, okay, claims 7.4 billion Obama-linked laundering puts Biden group at a $16.5 million take. Huh? Are you aware of that? Are you aware of... Let me get to it. Hold on, Baba Louie. I'll be right there. Are you aware of the head of Burisma, the guy there on the screen? Holdings indicted in Ukraine. There's claims that Hunter Biden and partners of Hunter Biden were paid up to $16.5 million. This is the whole time that this guy was being investigated. Do you realize he has been indicted? There's a press conference. Do you realize anything on this investigation that is currently going on in Ukraine now? No quid pro quo. Zelensky is rooting out corruption there. Not a peep from any of the media what's going on over there in this investigation. Not a peep. That's why Nunes and Jordan, how can you not bring Hunter Biden? You go and you look at the testimony, and I got to go to break. I'm going long, and this is not even the direction I was going in, because we do know last night that Cory Booker said that there would be a Governor Stacey Abrams in Georgia if it wasn't for voter suppression. Oh, my God. And we want to go over Elizabeth Warren telling the American people that she's going to take their kids from daylight to dark, and she's got it, and the government's going to take over every damn thing from start to finish and give you health care. I mean, Elizabeth was on a roll, and it's only going to cost 2 cents, a wealth tax of 2 cents. Oh, they were on a roll last night. Okay, getting back to this, all right? If you take a look at the transcripts, you take a look at everything happening, every single person that has testified has acknowledged Burisma, has acknowledged corruption in Ukraine, has acknowledged that, wasn't a very good look for Hunter Biden to be on the board of Charisma, as corrupt as they are, and this guy, can't be found and indicted. I'm going to take a brief break. We'll be right back, and we'll get to some video clips of yesterday and then get into the great debate with the boy that would be king, Peter Pan Buttigieg from South Bend in Indiana, and he's ready to be commander-in-chief. Take us a break.